You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
Recording in progress.
What up, though? You listen to the SS Experience streamed on the SMG Podcast Network app. Download the SMG Podcast Network app on all your Apple devices. Android, I'm getting to you. You listen to the SS Experience wherever you get podcasts, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, the usual suspects, the iHeartRadio app, and Spotify. This is the time of the month that we have the coach in the building. There's a lot of basketball going on, and I would not feel comfortable talking basketball if I didn't have coach in the building right now. He is currently the women's coach of Young Harris College. Don't forget to get his book, Do It for the Culture, Achieving Maximum Mental Performance. You can get it wherever books are sold, preferably Amazon, but wherever books are sold, you can get it there. Coach Maurice Sumpter. Coach Mo, what's good with you, bro?
What's going on, my brother, man? Slight correction, man. I know we ain't talked in a minute, man, but I'm the new associate head coach at Elizabeth City State up in North Carolina, bro. CIAA.
Okay, upgrade. I mean, damn, bro. So damn, you competition now? You the ops now, bro?
Nah, man. I don't want a championship at Virginia State for you, man. What more you want me to do?
I mean, shoot, man. You ain't got to go to. You ain't had to go to Elizabeth City. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be the ops. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So how cats supposed to feel when, you know what I'm saying, we pull up or y'all pull up? It's like, all right, well, damn, bro. We want you to win, but not against us, though. Know what I'm saying? But that's what's up, though.
Yeah, no, that's an easy one, man. Whoever gave me the check, that's who you root for, bro. It's real simple.
Well, look, my degree on the wall says Virginia State University, but you fam, know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna do right by you. You know what I'm saying? You can go. I forget how many games it is in the CIAA season. Your 2 L's can be the Virginia State. We'll see you in the championship. It's all good though, bro. You know what I'm saying? But congratulations on that though. Real rap.
I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you for sure.
Is that women's or men's?
Women's.
Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? On the post-production side, let's get the round of applause for him. You know what I'm saying? Associate head coach of Elizabeth City State University. That's what's really, really good CIAA talk. You know what I'm saying? So, coach, we got a lot of stuff to get into. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a coach's choice. Do you want to talk about this women's stuff real quick, or you want to go ahead and get into the NBA finals real quick? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you your choice first.
Let's go women's stuff, man, because I almost posted something today, but this is my post right here. I'm gonna end up posting this to IG about the Caitlin Clark Team USA situation. But we can go wherever you want to go with it, but we gotta make sure we touch on that because I feel some.
All right, we'll start there because on my feeds and stuff, yo, like the Caitlin Clark shit be hitting like
every day.
People be commenting on the same YouTube video that I did. Like I did a YouTube video called "Is Caitlin Clark the WNBA cash cow?" That was like week 1 of the WNBA season. Yeah. And people be commenting like today's stuff on that same video. And I'd be like, people, I've done 3 other videos since then. I've done 3 other videos since then. Like comment around that time. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into it though. So Caitlin Clark got do you want to use the word snubbed from Team USA? Because I don't think it's a snub. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Let me not say snub. Let me say more so just somebody dropped the ball. And I would say it's the marketing team.
Okay.
Because there's no way that Caitlin Clark should not be on the Team USA team.
Okay.
And I think she's qualified for it as far as her accolades thus far. Mm-hmm. Because they've put many a college player on Team USA team, i.e. Christian Laettner, things like that. And that was a while ago, but he was on the dream team. If you recall,
of course,
and he didn't do what Caitlin Clark did. He's not Caitlin Clark. But neither here.
Hold on. He's not Caitlin Clark in college or in the pros. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, ain't he like a 2-time what's it called, that 2-time like the MVP of college basketball
or National Player of the Year?
Yeah. And he won a ring too, right?
Yeah, that's cool. He won 2 rings, and that's all great. But he's not the all-time leading scorer in college basketball history, men's or women, though. He had a great career, but he's not that.
I don't know. I kind of want the hardware more. You know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark, you can have that record. I want the hardware. I want the rings, bro.
She went to back-to-back championships, too, though. She didn't win that one game, but she went to back-to-back championships. So, I mean, yeah, he won it. I agree, and I think that's important. But I also think that if I go twice and I'm the all-time leading scorer for everybody ever to touch a NCAA basketball, I feel like that kind of qualifies me. But that's not even the accolade.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No, because I know you were saying it was about marketing, and I rock with you. Go ahead.
It ain't about accolades at this point. She's good enough to play on that team. We all know that. Like, there's no mystery there. But as far as accolades, I mean, as far as marketing wise, that's the bigger issue. The marketing. You guys are becoming an international brand. Well, a national brand now. Y'all still got to become a national brand, but becoming an international brand. So at the end of the day, if you want to take your game to the next level, both financially, both advertising, both everything, I think Caitlin Clark has proved that she's that. They went from 7,000 players a game at the Fever to 17,000.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out seats. They had multiple arenas they had to change because she was coming to town. So why wouldn't you put her on the team to get that draw?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you on that a little bit, but we got to play it. We got to play the game. We got to play the game. The game is, if Caitlin Clark gets on the squad, who are you taking off? You know what I'm saying? We have to play that game. You know what I'm saying? So
I did that. It came down to about 3 for me, but let's talk about it.
All right, we're gonna go down the list. I want to make sure this is the right one though.
Hold on. Before we do that, let's do this. I love Taurasi. I think she's probably the best, if not one of the best WNBA players or women's basketball players ever. But why would she be on there if not for name recognition?
She was my one. She was my one. I was gonna be yeah, man, get her up out of there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying she shouldn't be on there. I think she should because of her name recognition. But I think on the flip side, Caitlin Clark should be there for name recognition.
I disagree with that part. Diana Taurasi, nah, yo, she shouldn't be on the roster. You know what I'm saying? And it's mainly because no matter who you put in there, these girls is gonna blow out these other women by 30. All of them. They're done. Exactly. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about winning. So let's just play the game real quick. Now, obviously, we're gonna say some outrageous names, but we're just gonna go down the list of the roster.
Okay.
Asia Wilson.
Come on.
Of course. No.
Yeah.
Breanna Stewart.
Come on.
We already talked about Diana Taurasi. Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun.
Alyssa Thomas. That's from USC, right? The big from USC.
I don't know her college career. You know what I'm saying? But I know she'd be putting in work at UConn.
She played with Caitlin, right? No. She played with the Fever. I'm thinking about my bad. I'm thinking about the wrong person. Alyssa Thomas should be on there. She should be on there. My bad. I know you're talking about. She should be on there. I was thinking about what's her girl that went to USC last year? Not USC.
You talking about Juju?
No, that's Edwards. That's Edwards. That went to UConn last year. My bad.
You talking about Aaliyah? Oh man, I got smoke about her, but that's a whole nother conversation. We can keep going with that with the women's stuff right there. Brittany Griner. Keep in mind she has not played a WNBA game all season.
She got to be on there. I mean, she got to be on there. She's an international name. She's 6'8". Like she's one of the best WNBA players out there. So
I penalize her for not playing in the WNBA this year. You know what I'm saying? But you can't teach height. You know what I'm saying? As you know what I'm saying? You can't teach height.
But what I'm saying is that she got to be on the final roster. If they decide to replace her, that's one thing. But she has to be on that roster.
Okay, I'm with you. Nafessa Collier. If I said her name wrong, I apologize.
Was her name? Collier should be on there.
From the Minnesota Lynx.
Yep.
Okay. Jewel Lloyd. Now we're getting into the guards where it's real who you're gonna replace. Jewel Lloyd.
Jewel Lloyd got to be on there. She's one of the nicest in the league, hands down. Period.
From the Las Vegas Aces, Kelsey Plum.
Of course, Plum got to be on there.
Also from the Las Vegas Aces, Jackie Young.
Jackie Young, yes.
Damn, you didn't say that with no conviction. You had to think about that one for a second.
No. It's not that. It's 3 aces.
No. It's more. It's more.
Matter of fact, it's 4 aces. I remember looking at the list. You're right. It's 4 aces, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you get 4 people from the same team, but if they 4 are the best, which I think 3 of the 4 are for sure, or I ain't mad at the 4th of them, so you got to play it how you play it. I mean, look, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna break it down.
Yeah,
Kalia Copper. Sure. Kalia Copper from the Phoenix Mercury. She won a championship with the Sky when the Sky won it.
I got to get a little more familiar. That's one I'm not super familiar with, so I don't want to discount her. If I don't know.
She's a hooper. She's a hooper.
Yeah. I've seen her a couple times, but I don't know enough to say that she should or shouldn't be.
Okay, fair enough. Sabrina Ionescu from the New York Liberty.
Yes, for sure.
All right, and the fourth Las Vegas ace, Chelsea Gray, who also has not played all year.
Chelsea, nice, man.
She hasn't played
Chelsea
all
got to be on
year,
that.
and
Chelsea
she's hurt. But she's hurt.
But you got to put on the roster, bro. Because if she's not hurt and she come back, she got to be on there. So I would say if I had to choose between two of the aces, it would be Chelsea Gray over Young.
Mm.
I won't take away from Young. I'm just saying if I had to choose.
If you was to say four aces, which in cards and spades, four aces is great.
Good.
Yeah, you good. You good in spades, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we playing basketball, not spades.
Yeah.
All right. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. I know you love Taurasi. She's the GOAT in some people's eyes. I'm sorry, man. She gotta go, bro. She had her time, B. Like let these young girls get it, man. They don't need her, is what I'm saying. They don't need her. They don't need Caitlin Clark neither.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you're saying they don't need them too, let me ask you this. What is basketball? What purpose does basketball serve in this world?
Fun. It's a team sport.
Purpose it serves. What purpose does it serve?
You go into a deeper philosophy of basketball. So I'll let you answer your own question.
Okay, basketball is entertainment. You need advertisers to get money to pay the entertainers.
Okay, so you're going back to the marketing. Okay.
I'm saying basketball don't cure cancer. It doesn't save babies. It doesn't do any of that. It entertains people. In order to make money, you have to entertain a certain amount of people so that advertisers want to pay to see these people entertain them.
I mean, how much entertainment we going to get blowing out teams by 30? It's going to happen regardless.
But the tickets, brother, you got to sell tickets.
Man, how much is a what you call it, a Paris dollar? Is it a euro?
It don't matter. People are going to see Caitlin Clark. People from America will be at the Olympics to see Caitlin Clark. Son. Trust me.
Okay. So let's say this.
Think about it. Hold on, one second. She had a 10,000 person increase, brother.
No, I'm hip. I saw my missus do that.
17,000 is a big jump.
I'm hip.
One player.
You're 100%.
So imagine what that does internationally, bro.
I mean, but again, it's internationally. I think everybody else's countries is still going to put them seats together. I don't think it's going to do all of that. But I'm going to say this though, real quick. So we talked about Christian Laettner. You had Anthony Davis back in the day. You had the 2014 with D Wade, LeBron, Melo, and all of them. So what do all of those young players have in common in Olympic
marketability?
No. From a game standpoint, because you're saying marketability, which is cool, but what does all of them players have in common? They did not get any playing time. So how much you going to talk about marketing when all of these people's buying these tickets? They tuning in to NBC to listen to Mike Breen call the game, which I think Kevin Harlan should be calling these games, but that's neither here nor there. Mike Breen's calling these games, and Kevin Harlan's the dude, bro.
Yeah, Harlan's that dude. I do miss Mark Jackson and Van Gundy though. They was my favorite.
We'll get into the finals in a second because they was the truth too. But what type of marketability we gonna get when all we gonna see is Caitlin Clark in warmers and in a jumpsuit because she's not gonna get any playing time?
How you gonna say that? How you gonna say they're gonna beat people by 30 and they not put her in the game? Why wouldn't they?
Do they ever? Or if they do put her in the game, what's she gonna get? Like 5 minutes? Like what, about 10 minutes? 8 minutes garbage time or
Once
whatever?
Once you go up 20-30, man, what do you mean? What, they gonna keep the starters in?
You know what? You're right. They probably won't keep the starters in. But now we're not even talking about watching Caitlin Clark in competitive basketball. We're just really watching, as you say, the entertainment value. We're just really watching the show. Shoot the three. Shoot it.
But not only that, do you think Caitlin Clark is not better than any of those people on that list?
Fuck no.
Nobody.
Caitlin Clark is not the 12th best international women's basketball player. I'm sorry. I'm not.
15 on that?
So we're talking about guards. Because we can't put, like you said, it's height. So we can't say Brittany Griner, Asia Wilson. She's like 6'6", right?
Yeah.
But she's still a guard though. You know what I'm saying? So she's not a 6'4" forward like Asia Wilson or a 6'8" center like Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? So, because those are actually the only two big girls on the squad for real. I mean, I don't know how tall Stewie is, but she's listed as a forward. But yeah, I'm not putting if I was to, like I said, if I was to replace her, I'll replace her with Taurasi. But you want her for name recognition. You want her for name recognition.
You can't replace her with Taurasi because of how much she's given to USA basketball. Not only that, but Taurasi is the international women's basketball player. She's been playing in Europe. That's what they paid her $2 million to sit out 1 year from the WNBA.
I remember that. Bruh, it was like what, like 2015.
You cannot not have Taurasi on that squad. I don't care what you're talking about. And politics alone. And Taurasi's still putting up numbers. So how would you justify this? Just because she old?
I mean, shit. What did they say? Father time kills all of us, except LeBron James for some reason and Tom Brady. But that nigga coming. That nigga coming for her ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying, bro. Because like all of these girls is like young and fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like Diana Taurasi played in the Olympics with Sue Bird and fucking Dawn Staley. Like, bitch been around forever. It's like, come on, man. It's like,
I'm not gonna punish. Why would I punish her for that though? That's an accolade. She earned that, bro. I'm not gonna punish her for being around longer. Bro, I'm looking at the stats from Sunday. She just had 20.7 assists and 7 rebounds, bro, and they won. Like, come on, man.
That's one game you're talking about. What else did Diana Taurasi do? She ain't been playing that great. I mean, the Phoenix Mercury ain't blowing up the world or anything like that. She's mid.
No, they're not. She
might be good for 40, but she's mid.
Huh?
What's her season? What's her season numbers? Did you just say
17, 5, and 2?
That's mid for Diana Taurasi, bro.
That is mid, but look, okay, so she got a 23-point game, 28, 30. She just had 31 the other night. Like,
and now I just want to say, just for context, were those in wins or losses? Because anybody
was in the loss, 31 was in the win.
Okay, all right.
20 was in the win against Dallas.
Okay, I remember that. Actually,
who else they beat? They beat Las Vegas. She only had 9 that game, but they beat them.
Not because of her.
You think so?
Now, I mean,
her 28-point game was a loss to Las Vegas. I mean, 23-point game, but neither here nor there, bro. Like, this stuff is politics, man. Like, you can't beat the politics, bro. No matter how people feel about it, like, politics is politics. You have to, and they're at a pivotal time too, man. Like, they have to take the game to the next level right here, right now. This is their window. If Caitlin Clark gets hurt or she don't pan out or something like that, the game suffers. But if you get on that international stage with them international jerseys and people flying to France, what are the Olympics in France this year?
Paris, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you people flying out to France to see her compete, bro. This is thousands of people you talking about.
Now, I just want this to be for the record, because a lot of women, we're gonna talk about this too, who cover the WNBA and women's sports, they don't like us talking about it. So I want people to know, you know what I'm saying, the reason why I got Coach Mo on this show talking about women's sports is because you've been a fan since day one. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know how long you've been a fan of this women's game, because you coach the women's game. You know what I'm saying? So you're not like a Stephen A. Smith, a Shannon Sharp, or any of these other, you know what I'm saying, male gas bags that's talking about women's sports who've never seen it or never heard it. Like, you actually live it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why I got you on the show to talk about this, because you live this shit.
Yeah, so man, I've been ingrained in women's sports since my first time I ever touched the ball. My sister played basketball in high school, college, and pro, man. So she taught me how to play basketball essentially. Like, I went to the court with her. I played against her. I played with her. Like, one-on-one when nobody was at the court, it was me and her. That was my first inception into women's basketball. Then I just watched her career throughout. Big. I played in college, obviously, went to all the girls' games, was around the girls' team a lot, man. So now I'm coaching college women's basketball, and I train college females as well. So and I used to go to Mystics games when I lived in DC, especially in college when they first came around. I mean, I watched the Comets when they won their championships, their first couple championships, the Sparks with Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo back when she was at UConn. So I ain't just spewing stuff just out of, out of just, watching the IG clips. Like, I do this. Like, I watch women's basketball, I coach it, I mentor it, I train it. So but I've been just a part of basketball.
I just want you to say that for the people. You know what I'm saying? Before people think that we're gas bags just arguing women's basketball like we don't know what the fuck we talking about. No, well, he at least knows what he's talking about. I'm a fan from afar. He does it professionally. I would say this though. If Chelsea Gray is not physically able to compete, I still don't think Caitlin Clark should be on the squad. Because now I want what's a whole girl name? And again, it's not that I don't know her name. I don't want to mispronounce it. She plays for Dallas. Erica Nkubawale. Number 20.
I don't think she can play for USA though.
She not an American?
Am I thinking? Hold on, no, my bad. Maybe I'm thinking about the three sisters.
No. Ogumake can play for America because she been mad as a bitch that she could never get on the roster. Shanae.
Did she make the roster this year?
Nneka don't never make the roster. Like she be playing.
You know she the leading scorer. You know she the leading scorer in the league, right?
I know Nneka should have been on an Olympic team. You know what I'm saying? But they never put her on the roster.
I don't think she either. Oh yeah. I know you're right. I think.
She has not. She has
that
like
was a controversy.
Yeah, it's like she has Nigerian, you know what I'm saying, type stuff, but she's an American, bro. Like she's from Houston or that Dallas shit or that Texas shit.
But this is my entire point though. You don't have the leading scorer in the league on there, but you have all these other people on there that's not even that's injured. So if we're gonna say it's not politics and then look at that and say, how can we say it's not politics? How you have two people that's hurt on the roster, but not the leading scorer in the league on the roster, but then say it's not politics? How's that possible?
I 100% agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like the roster's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because we have the best women in the world. We're going to dog walk all of these women by 30. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fine with it. But all I'm saying is like, let's go back. Let's rewind, go back to the topic. You know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark is marketing. I feel like she is the WNBA cash cow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it does translate. It'll grow the game. But you are a person who coaches basketball competitively. I will present this to you. You're at Elizabeth City State University. You got a girl who social media following is out of this world. Like she's dummy crazy on social media. And she can play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like her following is out there. But then you got this other girl who's a little bit low key, but she a dog. Who are you playing as a coach? You as a coach, because I know that marketing shit don't matter if you're a coach. As a coach, who are you playing?
Say it one more time. You say what's the two differences?
A girl whose social media is popping. She's lit on TikTok. She's lit on social media. She has that buzz, and her game is cool. It's not bad. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. But then you got this one girl who's low key, but she's a dog. But her social media and her branding, marketing isn't all the way like that. Who are you playing?
Fam, I don't even consider social media when I'm playing somebody, fam. Like I could care less, like less than less about anything outside of basketball performance, consistency, and willingness to help the team win, bro. Like I could care less about any bit of that. And I know maybe I'm not at the Duke level where that matters to players. But don't get me wrong though. You gotta play the politics game. Like certain players have to play. Don't get it twisted. Like it's all politics.
But you're gonna play the best available players to win the game.
See, you gonna get I'm gonna get a little deeper on you again. So
please.
So I don't just play, but just coaching, you don't typically just play players because they can play. It's like 5 to 6 other elements on why someone plays and how long they play and why they play.
Okay.
So let's talk about starters. So my coach may come to me one day and say, such and such is injured. Do you think this person should start? Or they haven't been playing well for the past 3 games. Should we take X out of the lineup? I may say, yeah, coach, we got to play better. We got to start the games better. Or I might say, no, coach, if we take her out of the starting lineup, she's going to give us nothing. So either we get what we can get out of her with the first couple starter minutes, or we get nothing. If she come out and play well, then we good. She's going to have a good day. If she come out and play bad, we got to get her out quick. Because sometimes players mentally can't function when you disrupt or change some part of their identity. You got to figure out how to finagle and play to their identity, their personality, or their what's the word I'm looking for? Not reputation, their expectations,
Okay.
You got to play to their expectations in order to get the most out of them. As a good coach, your only job is to get the most out of your players. That's your job on game day, to get to maximize their potential, maximize their talent on game day.
Okay.
However you got to do that. And I mean, as far as practice, I mean, as far as mental health, I mean, as far as preparation, self-talk, all those kind of things right there, you have to have that player prepared to play. Now, whether that means they have to start and not be great, or that means they have to, they can come off the bench and while they can watch the game a little bit. So their social media wouldn't play any part per se, but it could play a part because of what this person's expectations are and the outcome of their performance.
Okay. Because I just feel like as a coach who does this shit, you don't give a fuck about her selling tickets and all of that shit, man. If you can help us win these games, you're going to be on the roster and you're going to play. And what Team USA basically said is all of that, I'm selling out, you're selling out stadiums, all of this shit is cool, but you're not the 12th best player to play internationally. And I think as a coach, you can respect that.
I can, but I coach college basketball. I coach amateurs. They're pros. It's a total different game. And I learned that the hard way going to be a pro. It ain't the same, bro. All that team camaraderie and stuff is just different. It's there and it happens, but it's a little different. So so when it comes to, but see, I just think the WNBA is in such a unique place, man. They have to take advantage of this window of opportunity they have. Because if Caitlin Clark is not good enough, like people are trying to make it, the league is going down. They're going backwards.
And that's sad too, because as you were saying earlier, how you're a purist of women's basketball. We know that women's basketball is the shit. What if I told you this? And we're going to talk about this after the break when we talk about the NBA finals and all of that. What if I told you that I've been paying attention to women's basketball more than the NBA finals? Would I be judged for that? Would that be like a hot take or a fucked up take?
Not at all. I think the finals is what the finals is, man. It's a medium market team with a huge market team, and it's just NBA game is just different, man. It's just different, bro. I mean, and the storylines, not a whole lot of storyline there in the NBA right now. With this finals, Dallas, Boston, nobody really expected this. We don't think that Dallas is the best team, and people are still skeptical about Boston, even though they have historic numbers. So it's kind of like you got Luka, you got Kyrie, you got Jalen, you got
Tatum,
you got Jason Tatum. You got Tatum, and those are cool stars, like they're cool, but they ain't Anthony Edwards. They ain't have that it. I mean, Luka does, Kyrie does, Jalen kind of stays under the radar, and Jason just kind of, people are still kind of side eyeing him.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we think he the guy, but is he the guy? Like that kind of deal, man.
Yeah.
So this series, I just don't think it has a lot of flair to it, man.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I just wanted to just get that thought out there real quick, man. Yeah. But because like like I said, the W to me has always been in a great place. It's always been ascending. It's always been growing and all of that stuff. And I just look at these. I'm looking at this Team USA roster, and I'm just thinking like, you can fit Caitlin Clark in here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you want to say, okay, 4 aces is cool in spades, not in basketball. Okay, like you said, Jackie Young, you can replace her or whatever. I think Chelsea Gray because she's hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you can go either one of those ways. So I'm gonna say this before we hit the break real quick, because I definitely want to get some NBA talk with you real quick. If Chelsea Gray cannot play, because if Brittany Griner can't play, she's a center, so she's not gonna replace a 6'9" center. Like, that's not gonna happen. They're gonna get the next tallest female to play. They
would replace her with for a center for sure.
Damn, so the tallest person you'll have is Asia Wilson. Because I don't know how tall Stewie is. I know Alyssa Thomas
is 6 foot. Yeah, she's big. Stewie about 6 foot, 6'1", I think. I don't think they have to be big for the international game, because all the international bigs aren't that great. So I mean, I don't think they, you know what I mean? Like you said, they've been playing the international game long. All these people that's on this team have been on U16, U15, U18, USA team, and so has Caitlin Clark. That's why it's so weird that they're trying to say that she shouldn't be on this team. Like,
So do you think
I'll put money on it. I'll bet the house. I'll bet one of these sweatshirts with somebody. I am greater than sweatshirt that Caitlin Clark end up on his USA team.
Oh shit, that does have an AM on it because I didn't. Now that you said it, I can see it.
Yeah.
That's dope. We gotta definitely. Okay, I just realized you did just get suited up with your own shit. You gotta send me some shit, bro. So look,
I got you for sure.
Let me ask you this real quick though. So if, like I said, okay, we'll just say, all right, if there's an injury, we ain't gonna say who. We're just gonna put a blanket statement. If there's an injury and a person cannot play in the Olympics, does Caitlin Clark get the call?
I don't think any of that matters. She's going to get the call regardless, to whatever capacity. One of them injured players ain't gonna be injured a little bit longer. Somebody not, yeah, I guarantee you she's gonna be on this team. I guarantee it. And if she's not, the WNBA is going to. I would consider that they dropped the ball on an international promotional opportunity for the league.
But isn't that two different entities though? No, I was listening to Speak, and Joy Taylor was like, well, Team USA and the WNBA are two different entities. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have, their goals aren't really aligned. I mean, yeah, we have WNBA players, but it's not the same bucket. It's not the same. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But even still, like, so what, are they not going to win the gold if she's on the team?
They're going to blow all these women by 30.
That's my point, though. So get the marketing dollars and win the gold. What are we talking about? You can do both.
That's why to full circle back this conversation, that's why I said, Diana Taurasi, sit your ass down and let Caitlin Clark get some of this run. You know what I'm saying? White girl for white girl.
It can't be Taurasi, bro.
Okay, so you're arguing that it can't be Taurasi. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. Okay. You don't want it to be Taurasi.
She's but one of the highest paid international players ever, bro. Like, she's an international. She's more of a star over there than she is here.
That's true. No, I'm saying I ain't gonna cap you on that.
And it's her last one, man. You gotta. I would honor her with that, more or less. Like, I would honor her with that opportunity. Like, yo, this your last one. Your last run. Come on, you earned it. You done got us 8 gold medals.
Damn near. All right, so when we get back from the break, we're going to transition to NBA basketball. We gave a little bit of takes about it, but we're going to do a little bit more. It's the SS Experience. We'll be back.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
All right, it's the SS Experience. We back. For you guys, it was a millisecond. For me and Coach, it was about 10 minutes because we cheap around here at the SS Experience, but we trying to get our paper right. We trying to, you know what I'm saying, get this thing going. So we got newly hired associate women's head coach, Coach Maurice Sumpter of Elizabeth City State University, the Ops. You know what I'm saying? Even though know what I'm saying? Don't forget to go ahead and get his book, Do It for the Culture, Achieving Maximum Mental Performance. Get that wherever books are sold, preferably Amazon, but books are sold in more places than Amazon. So make sure that y'all go ahead and support Coach and cop that book. My son's going to the 9th grade, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
my son's going to the 6th, man. My bad, book.
Nice. Now I knew you had to get the book. You know what I'm saying? Get that. Yeah. You got it. You in there? It's in there. So look, I was telling my son, right? Because my son he's getting better, but he's still behind his peers. You know what I'm saying? And I want him to be on the roster so that way he can develop and iron sharpens iron, right? So I told him, I was like, look, bro, I'm going to use my local celebrity to get you on this team. He was like, no, don't do that. If they find out that my dad has money and bought my way onto the team, they'll laugh at me. They'll joke me. I'm like, son, white people's been doing this shit for the longest fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Using nepotism to get their children where they want to be. Now, my son has integrity, which is great. But I told him, like, nah, bro, like, you're not about to be trying to do this for, like, then you get to your junior and senior year, you still haven't made a roster. You still don't have no tape on yourself. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to buy you playing time. I just want to buy you on the roster. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you get on the roster, you're going to have to bust ass and fight for your playing time. But at least you get a jersey. At least At least you may be the 12th man on the bench. At least you get a jersey and you can, you know what I'm saying, politic and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So he told me he didn't want me to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm do my best. I've been hitting up his coach or whatever. Told him like, yo, remember my son's name. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player. He's good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything yet. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's in the works. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe. Next time that I holler at coach, you know what I'm saying, in July, because he said he want to link up in July. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Might be a little envelope. Like,
little handshake.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, you need some radio play, you need some promo. Oh, okay. For the video audience, you know what I'm saying? Coach Mo done. Tell us about this, you know what I'm saying? Because I think you might have mentioned it before, but we're now seeing what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's watching on YouTube right now, about the branding that you got going on right now.
Oh, so the brand is I am greater than, man. It's I am greater than. Always encouraging you to be greater, man. Every day, every minute, every day, try to be greater. You ain't got to be the best, you ain't got to be the greatest, but just be greater. And whatever it is, it's a mantra, man. It's self-talk, it's self-motivation. I'm big on self-talk because the voice in your head is the loudest voice, you know, in the world. So I want you to talk to yourself positively. I want you to encourage yourself. I want you to be self-motivated. And the way you do that is telling myself, I am greater than. I'm greater than my past. I'm greater than I used to be. I'm greater than I'm greater than I'm ever going to be starting today. And I always encourage people to be greater, man. You can always be a second faster, a second harder, go a second harder, stay up a second later, you know, to be greater.
Is there a merch site? You know what I'm saying? Is there a place where, you know what I'm saying, we can go ahead and plug? You know what I'm saying? We'll put it in the, you know, in the comment section down there. Any place that we can find it?
No, you can send me a DM on Instagram at @thecoach_Mo Sumpter. At Instagram, that's my coaching page. I had the website, but I'm getting it restructured now that I got different had to go through a different vendor and I got slightly different material. Like this is the heavy sweatshirt. These are the sweatshirt I got on now. This the Kanye heavy joints. Like these are thick. Like the way you know those Balenciaga shirts. So I found a new plug in Atlanta actually with the new Balenciaga plug shirts, and they got new dad hats and stuff. So as I switched the material to have a higher quality of material, and changing the website to how I get it sent over, it's just a better, smoother process for me.
I bet. Well, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit him up in the DM, because I'm going to definitely hit up him in the DM. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give me a couple of joints, because I ain't going to cap to you. Looking at you in that hoodie right now. See, I'm trying to thug it out because the studio is cold, but it's like it's June. I don't want to look like we're recording in freaking October. You know what I'm saying? Because like it'd be cold as fuck up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like cold as shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm going to buy my son in the roster. You know what I'm saying? He has to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do it.
Here's the thing about it, man. Like I'm gonna start with nepotism, man. And I agree with you, man. Everybody does nepotism besides black people. We the only ones who frown upon it. We the only ones who get frowned upon for it. You know, and I think that's a issue. You know, with our business, with why we are where we are business wise and financially in America. Yep. And I think that we're scared of nepotism, but everybody else does it. That's how everybody else gets a one up in the world, and we continue to. And one of our main focuses is we pull each other down for one. Yeah. So instead of so you got to think about it. On one side we won't pull each other up because we don't want to do nepotism. On the other side we pull each other down because we only think it's a certain amount of slots.
No, that's big.
That's big. That's big everywhere. That's big in coaching, in the college coaching realm. I've seen it myself. That's big in business. That's big when a black guy gets in the room or a black person gets in the room. They holding on to that one black spot because we think it's only one black spot. So if I bring somebody else in, then they threaten into my position, and that's not the case.
It's just like in the movies, you know what I'm saying? Where I forget what it was. It was one of those spoof movies where like it's the one black guy amongst all the white people, and another black guy walk in the room and like, oh no, I'm the black guy in this movie, you know what I'm saying? And murked his ass off real quick, like I'm the only one here, you know what I'm saying? So no, that shit crazy, man. But
I don't know what movie you talking about, but yeah, man, it be like that sometimes, and it's I
don't even know what movie I'm talking about. I forget what it was, man. It's so long ago.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough that we hoard the positions for for small individuals, but I mean for some individuals, but it's part of the game, man. It's all part. You gotta figure out how to play this game, man. It ain't about always the rules being even or fair. It's about learning the rules and playing them the right way.
That's why I be trying to teach my son, man. It's one of those scary movies, by the way. I forget which one it is. It's one of those scary movies. You know what I'm saying?
Got you to see.
Yeah, it's one of them joints. I just forget which one it was, but it was one of them. But yeah, though, man. So my son would be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once he gets that purple and gold and white jersey, you know what I'm saying, and he gets to walk around campus. You remember how it was, you know what I'm saying, on Fridays, when it was game day, everybody wore the warm-up suit, you know what I'm saying, going to class all day long. Man. You knew who was who, you know what I'm saying? You knew who was at least who was on the squad, you know what I'm saying? So shit, man, he'll thank me for it. I always tell him all the time, I don't give a fuck if I have to drag you kicking and screaming to success. Thank me when you shake Adam Silver's hand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank me or hate me when you sign that contract and you buy your mom a house. You know what I'm saying? Hate me then, but until then, you be all right.
Because, man, ultimately, man, kids don't know, man. They don't know what hard work looks like. They don't know what success looks like. They don't know what consistency feels like and discipline. You know, and it's our job to teach them that. The thing about it is most parents are more invested in making their kids happy than making their kids successful or building the right habits for them to be successful.
Big facts.
You know? So,
and that's what I try to do every day, B.
I think that's what has fallen by the waistline. Respect and work ethic has really fallen by the waistline for this next generation of parents and kids, though. For parents too. I mean, you know, parents they coddle their kids, and I'm not saying don't love your kids. I'm not saying don't make your kids happy, but all I'm saying is that they gonna be older way longer than they gonna be younger.
Big fact.
So if you're giving them tools to be young and happy, when they get old and unhappy. Suicide rate.
Big fact, bro. You ain't never lie about that, bro. Because at the end of the day, for a lot of us, know what I'm saying, the young shit behind is like way back there. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is think forward to the future and just try to build the tools that we need to, man.
So real quick, how many times have somebody said, or you heard somebody say, "Yeah, man, if I knew what I knew back then, what I know today, I'd be way better."
All the time.
Exactly. So why wouldn't we tell these young people what we know today for them to prepare for today? So they ain't saying that.
Because this was the thought that I was trying to have before I rambled on that bullshit for nothing. Because we want to still hold on. You know what I'm saying? That's where our generation fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? Because our generation still wants to hold on to the glory days for way too long, where we're not giving game to the young people. You know what I'm saying? We see the young people fuck up and we just be like, oh, y'all just fucking up. We about to eat out here. And it's like, bro, we don't have that much time. You know what I'm saying? Because if we are what we thought we were, we would be where we should be, but we're not. So let's tell the youth the mistakes that we made so they can elevate, because if we're fucked up and we don't teach them how not to be fucked up, now you got a whole bunch of fucked up and we're all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, fall back. Your time has passed. It is okay. Pass the knowledge on to the youth, and then the youth will look out for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like plants and growing shit. You know what I'm saying? You plant the seeds, you nurture the seeds. It benefits you in the future. It benefits us if we look after the youth. You know what I'm saying? They'll take care of us. You know what I'm saying?
Those seeds, man. We got to water those seeds, man. And that's what we're not pouring. When I say water, I always say pouring too. I mean, pouring water on those seeds, man, for them to grow. You know, it's these kids need to hear it, man. And we don't like to have hard conversations with kids no more, man. We just we don't want to hurt their feelings, or we don't want them not to like us, or we don't want, we got all these things that we trying to avoid by having hard, tough conversations with kids. And as we avoid them, they get older, and then you only got a certain amount of time to have their ear, man. Like they only listening to you, whoever you are, what position you are in. If you're young, they listen to their peers. If you're older, they listen to you a little bit. If you're older, they ain't listen to you at all. So you only got their ear for a short period of time, and that's why I take advantage of it when I got my players and teaching moments. I'm big on that. I'm big on teaching moments. I always tell them this is about basketball, but it's about life. Like, this is a lesson that you can learn today that's going to help you forever if you learn it.
Yeah. Which is one of the main reasons why I want my child on like a roster, so he can learn all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn that stuff in a team. When you was asking a question about what's the big purpose of basketball, see, that's where I was kind of go with the life lessons, you know what I'm saying, that you can learn from not just basketball, but from sports, period. You know what I'm saying? Learn responsibility, accountability, discipline, you know what I'm saying? And all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You mean the pillars in the book, right?
You know what? I got to get the book still. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know what? My son's birthday is July the 3rd.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of his birthday gifts. He wants
You just named it. Now I done built myself up.
no.
I forgot about this blue screen. So selflessness, discipline, time management, responsibility, and accountability. Having a small circle around you, championship effort, and embracing the process. Those are the 7 pillars of doing it for the culture. And you just named 3 of them off the top. So it ain't rocket science, man.
No, definitely not. Like I just admitted, I didn't get the book yet. I didn't buy the book yet. But on July 3rd, when it's my son's birthday, he's gonna buy the book, and hopefully, he'll learn from it, and he'll be the player that he needs to be. All right, so Coach, all right, family parent talk. We're relatable, yay! Because people be about that. But like, you just go straight to topics. Like, okay, fine, y'all want personal shit. Okay, give y'all some personal shit. I'm going to buy my son a basketball roster for his high school team. You know what I'm saying? So he can grow and be great. All right, so Coach, real quick. So I want to get into the WNBA. I want to get into the NBA finals real quick. But since you into the college ranks and shit, I wanted to get your opinion on something real quick. So was it Bobby Hurley? Which Hurley is it?
Yeah, Bobby.
Is Bobby Hurley at
UConn? Is it Dan? My bad. Is it Dan?
I think it's Dan. Yeah. Bobby's like the pops and the little brother. So Dan Hurley from UConn, 2-time back-to-back national champion at UConn.
Yep.
LeBron and them gave him a phone call and sent the plane out to him real quick and was like, "Hey,
Dan, it's Dan. Yep, Dan Hurley."
Okay, Dan Hurley. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bob though. Yeah, Dan Hurley, they flew Dan out and was like, "Hey man, come holler this real quick, man. We got this West Coast, we got this LA weather, we got this Lakers, Laker water going on out here." Yeah, and man. He looked at that shit and was like, no, I'm an East Coast nigga, bro. I can't fuck with y'all on this West Coast shit, man. Taxes too high, weather's too good. I'm a Jersey boy. I can't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you had the opportunity to go from college to the pros, how would that go for you? Like what would it take for you to say, you know what, I'm going to leave this comfortable UConn, you know what I'm saying? I'm winning championships and shit, you know what I'm saying? Big East titles, national championships, we outside. Yeah. I'm about to coach the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, not even just the Lakers in general, just saying you jump from college to pro after a successful college career. What would get you to the pros?
It just depends on the situation, man. And as I've been in college coaching long enough, man, it's just the situation is more important than the title or the name of the school or the team, man, because he can go to the Lakers and he would have had a $6 million. Oh, this is what I saw: 6 years, 72 million, maybe.
He would have been the 6th highest paid coach.
That's all relative, but like so that's what I'm saying. So you got 6 years, 70 million, or 6 years, 32 million, right? That's a big gap.
It is.
So here's the thing. Here's what's on the table. You got the option to stay and be the first coach ever to go three-peat in college.
Well, it says Wooden.
All right.
I mean, that's what they say. I would have took your word for it, but that's what they say.
Conversation for another day. I don't want to discredit Wooden because Wooden is Wooden, man. I think he's the greatest coach probably ever. I say probably because there's a couple other guys that I will put up there with him. Okay. The limited amount of teams that were in the NCAA, limited amount of black players, the non-freshman rule. So there's a lot of asterisks that can go with Wooden, but I'm no disrespect to Wooden.
All right, we're not going to piss on the grave. I got you.
Definitely not. I mean, not in general. I would talk about him. I mean, this is the legacy you left to be talked about. But
big facts.
But I wouldn't do that because I respect him in the game too much.
Okay.
But he would be the first coach in modern basketball to go three-peat. If I'm correct.
No, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Okay. I was just making sure because I could have missed somebody from the 70s or the 60s or something.
It was just Wooden.
But if we're talking 80s, 90s, I'm pretty well versed. But
yep.
But then you got to consider, man, it's so different. It's so different coaching pros than it is college players, man. And every coach that is successful at college is not built. And I don't mean I don't mean X's and O's. I don't mean any of that. I'm talking about you have to talk to pros different.
Right.
You have to practice different. You have to implement your philosophies and your game plans so different. It's not even the same game. It's like coaching basketball and football. It's two different things. It's that different. Even becoming a pro and realizing like, hey, I thought we was trying to win. No, everybody trying to get their stats so they can get another job. And if winning comes from that, then that's great. I had to learn that on the fly. You know what I'm saying? My man, my guy that was overseas, one of my old coaches, he told like, you ain't taking enough shots, man. You ain't taking enough shots. You ain't getting no new job where you at. Averaging what you average and taking that amount of shots. You got to get more shots. So guess what?
That ball going up. Chuck that bitch.
You ain't got to tell me twice.
Right. Big facts.
Not to shoot no basketball, but it's such a different game, man. And I get where you come. And then you got job stability, which is a factor. He can get sign a 6-year with the Lakers and get fired after 2.
Everybody else did.
I mean, he gonna get the money. Don't get it twisted. But then I think when it comes to financials, what is your financial situation? Is 30 million gonna be that different than 70 million? If you already got 20 million in the bank, like 30 million. That's why NBA players already, NFL players, like they move, but what's the difference between 120 million and 100 million? Like, what's the difference?
Especially when, especially when you already got millions. So
we already got 50 million in the bank. Like,
yeah, that's generational wealth right there.
Yeah. So, I think people look at the money and say 70 versus 30 is crazy. But if you're getting 30 as the head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting another 2 from endorsements, 5 from endorsements.
Yeah.
You get another, you just got, I don't know, however many bonuses from winning the championship twice. So you probably got another 4-5 million from that.
Yeah.
You probably ain't playing for your crib. So it's a lot of factors that, make 70 to 32 or so look like 50 to 70 or 40 to 70. You know what I mean?
Right.
And especially when you ain't even going to probably be there for 6 years. What are the chances you've been there for 6 years? With Bron leaving. Once Bron leave, they're going back in the lottery. So you only going to get 1 year to do that. You got to deal with Bron and AD, which is the NBA. That's like working with the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron is the NBA. The NBA moves according to him still to this day.
So my thing is like, yeah, like, especially when you talk to the missus too, obviously you are about to be, married, you know what I'm saying? So you know what that's like, you know what I'm saying? If the missus be like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. I mean, shit, it's a wrap after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? I'm gonna go take this job real quick. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you say, it's all of those factors. Bro.
That's it. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying. That's
that conversation. Like you gotta. That ain't comfortable for everybody, man. So
big facts.
And that's like you say, that's something you gotta consider. Your kids might be in high school, want to finish their last year to a high school. Like it's, when I'm taking the job, I'm considering where my son is. He in Virginia, so I gotta be somewhere proximity of Virginia. This is probably the hardest year of my life as a father. Being in Georgia.
Right. Well, shit, you about to be back in. You about to be back in Carolina. Know what I'm saying? I mean, at least on the the East Coast. So that's pretty dope.
But that's on purpose, though. You see what I'm saying? That's my point. Though. I made that decision according to that. Like that was a huge part of the decision. My lady and my son. Like that. Those are huge. Those are the first 2 things I thought of. The money and them 2.
No, that's dope, bro. No, that's dope. And again, man, like, and you do, and then people get blinded by LA because it's beautiful, it's nice. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do LA. TV's fucked up out there. You're not about to have me watching the Philadelphia Eagles play at 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning. Sure. Nah, I'm cool on that shit. I've been out there for that shit too. I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that. Monday night football
Monday night football on.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then the West Coast people be like, how do y'all watch basketball? Games come on at 10 o'clock at night. Well, motherfucker, y'all start your games at 7 in your time. You know what I'm saying? So how you think what fuck we feel? You know what I'm saying? If you're like my son is a Golden State Warriors fan. He be up all the time fucking watching the Warriors. But I'm like, yo, why the fuck are you a fan of a West Coast team? Like, why? I'm saying, but it's Steph Curry. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? He like that Steph Curry game. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so that was just main talk that's going on in the news cycle now. I'll clip it, put it out there because I need clicks and views and likes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was the purpose of that. Let's get back to the conversation though. The NBA Finals of the Boston Celtics is up 2-0. Are you surprised?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, they were the best team in the league all year. You know, they roster is stacked, and I don't mean stacked in the way like they got stacked full of superstars. I mean the people that they have there do their job really good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I mean, and they coach well. They got a great GM. I mean, they got everything they need to be successful. I mean, they've been in championship what 3 of the last 4 years or something like that. Like so,
At least two or three.
I
Three
mean,
of the last
I meant
four.
2 out of the last 3 years. My fault. I
Yeah,
meant 2
yeah,
out of
yeah,
the last.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they experienced. They done did this playoff run before. They done been twice. They hungry. I mean, they got vets. They got young guys with legs. They play defense. They shoot the ball well. I mean,
Do you think the
I just
three ball is going to eventually kill them, though? Know what I'm saying? Because you know what they say, live by the three, die by the three. The only team that lived and survived was the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Do you think like because I think this can possibly happen. And I'm not gonna put no money on it because Kyrie's been shitty ever since he left Boston. I think he's like defeated since he left Boston. Since he stepped on the leprechaun, that nigga got no luck against Boston. In Boston, away from Boston. If he sees green Celtics, Kyrie's losing. I wouldn't be surprised if they do what Milwaukee did. Remember when Milwaukee won the championship? They was down 0-2, and then they ended up
yeah.
winning like four straight. They took that momentum and like basically like took off on them. I just think Luke and Kyrie is just like too good. They're too good to not. But do you think that them not being a team like Boston from a chemistry standpoint, because they added Gafford at the trade deadline. I think they added
Yeah.
PJ Washington at the trade deadline. So they added pieces to make them defensively better, but they're not a unit like Boston. Do you think
Yeah.
that's the problem with Dallas right now?
I just think Dallas don't have enough firepower. It ain't none of that. They just don't have enough firepower. Like once you get past Luka and Kyrie, who's your next scorer?
Does Tim Hardaway still play?
He's been trashy trash. And no disrespect to that guy, but he's been terrible. Yeah, he was averaging like 2 points a game at one point in the playoffs.
Oh God, no. Ugh. Damn.
Trashy trash. I mean, PJ Washington, if he can knock down open threes, that helps him because if he don't knock down open threes, they can play him for the drive, and he's an athletic and he can finish. But if they don't got to close out to him, then you can load up on Luka and load up on Kyrie. So I mean, then what's my man name? Jones.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Not consistently hitting threes. Like then the Gafford, he pick and roll. They said they was gonna stop the pick and roll. You can see clearly Boston said y'all not getting those lobs. We're not gonna let y'all lob the ball all night like y'all did Minnesota.
Oh yeah, because you got Porzingis down there, you got Al Horford and them. You know what I'm saying?
But you can see they focusing on the pick and roll and like Luka, go ahead and do all those moves, but you ain't getting this easy lob for these easy two. Y'all gonna have to earn this. And they making them shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like who else is shooting the ball on that team outside of Luka and Kyrie? And Kyrie ain't been hitting, so you really only got one guy that's really consistently making threes. And I didn't see the box score the other night, so but I'll look at the box score and see if I'm just making this all up.
The second game was a lot better and it was a lot closer. I mean, it was close throughout. I think it was good by halftime, but Boston slowly pulled away because Dallas was missing shots and Boston was hitting. But that's why I was saying with the whole live by the three, die by the three, because you notice the role players do their thing at the crib. And
For sure.
and on the road, maybe not so much. So that's why I'm saying, do you think that when Dallas goes back to Dallas, back to Texas and all of that shit, could that jump start them a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Kyrie's not going to be heckled by the fans and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He can kind of play like that nice, calm, comfortable game. Luke is at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, I know Mark Cuban don't own him anymore, but that energy and stuff is still there. Give him a nice little 2 wins because you know what they say, a playoff series don't start until the road team wins. So we're still comfortable right now. So do you think that that's even a chance? You know what I'm saying? That, Dallas can at least get the 2 at home and we can make a 3-game series and then shit, niggas gonna have to figure that shit out.
I mean, well, the Celtics are good on the road. Actually, they're not better on the road, but they're in the playoffs. They're better on the road than they are at home. So I don't think that's necessarily a factor so much. But I will say that even if the role players go crazy, like what are they going to do? PJ Washington probably he can max out at 23. He might can get you 25. I think that's Daniel Jones. He had 5.6 rebounds the other night in 29 minutes. Kyrie had 12. Luka had 30. The only other person that had more than 3 was Hardy, and that was probably after they were already losing.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that was that garbage shit. That was that garbage
yeah,
time shit.
Don't get me wrong, he played quality minutes. Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. had 0 last night in 8 minutes. Jeez. So he averaged 14 points in the season. Let me see. What is his playoff averages? Yeah, his postseason average is he averaged 4.2 per game this postseason, bro.
Jeez.
So if we're looking at the roster, we're looking at PJ Washington, Daniel Jones, Gafford. Them 3 combined may give you 30.
Jeez.
So that means Kyrie and Luka got you to give you 30 apiece just for you to get to 90.
I mean, in a normal world, that's not impossible. That's more probable than not. But I guess with the defense, Porzingis, he's 7'4" and all of that shit. Drew Holiday, that was a nice little dope pickup that they picked up from. Yep. Well, they sent him to Portland, right? Because that was for the Dame, and then Portland ended up sending him to Boston type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was a nice little pick. Drew Holiday.
Oh yeah. Oh, so look at what you're saying. So we got Tatum, we got Drew Holiday, we got Derek White, we got Jaylen Brown, we got Porzingis. All of them can give you 20.
And then don't forget Al Horford. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker be shooting threes and shit.
Al Horford hit a couple of threes. He went 2 for 5 the other night, 10.7 rebounds. Drew Holiday, 12.8 rebounds. I think Drew Holiday had 20 the first game, didn't he? Well, he has 18, 20, something like that.
No, Drew Holiday. If there was a Finals MVP right now, if you don't want to give it to Jaylen Brown or whatever, it's Drew Holiday. Yeah. Drew Holiday is playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah, game one. Hold on, my bad. Yeah, game 1 he had 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, bro. That's your fourth guy.
Yeah.
That's your fourth guy.
And that's good for 4.
Game 2 he had 26, 11, and 3, bro. Your fourth guy.
Yeah.
So, like,
I feel
don't
you,
think
bro.
Dallas can score enough points. I just genuinely don't think they can score enough points. Like, I don't think they can put enough points on the board.
So it's inevitable. So it's inevitable, basically, because I don't think Minnesota could have neither. And I really thought somebody from the West would take out Boston.
See, I thought Minnesota could out-tough them. They could outplay them.
Okay.
I think Minnesota is tougher.
Okay.
So they could the Celtics are known for getting pumped.
But see, and again, that's what I'm saying is like outside of Drew Holiday. Because, okay, basically you place Drew Holiday with Marcus Smart. Okay, you can think of whatever you want to think about that swap.
That's an upgrade.
Okay. I don't disagree or agree. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, that's the swap. Outside of that, the roster is exactly the same from the last time that they was in the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Porzingis too. That's a big deal.
Okay, all right, yeah. But even when they did add Porzingis, he played, and then he was kind of like inconsistent. He was out, he was in. When he played, it was great, but then he wasn't. He didn't play. Yeah. Then he had like those 5 weeks and shit. Like he didn't play the whole fucking playoffs until game 1, and that's what shot him in the ass. Because Porzingis had like 16, 18 points in the first half. It was like, what the fuck this motherfucker come from? He hitting logo threes and all this other shit. Like he's shooting the ball. It's like, yo, what the fuck he just come from? He ain't playing 5 weeks, bro. He ain't playing 5 weeks. I'm not game planning for Porzingis, even if he is 7'4". That motherfucker ain't played for 5 weeks. I'm not thinking about him, and that bit Dallas in the ass.
Yeah, but Porzingis is Porzingis. Porzingis could always score. Porzingis could always shoot at 7. He was the first unicorn, bro. He was the first one. He was Wemby before Wemby.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
I remember his draft. I remember his draft very well. They were showing his workouts. We had never really seen him play, but they were showing his workouts, and I was like, yo, 7'2" doing this? And now we got 6 of the mugs in the league.
That shit. With another motherfucker coming now that's probably about to get drafted to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Another one of them 7-foot French motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
That shit's insane, man.
I mean, but don't get me wrong, it's been others in between that just didn't get it done. So I ain't guarantee.
Like Bobo. I
I
don't
think
think.
Bobo was getting a raw deal, but we'll talk about that another time.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about the body type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think Bobo can still get busy. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't have the opportunity to get busy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
just talking about those 7-footers. You know what I'm saying? That used to put in that work or whatever. So I don't know, bro. And I kind of want to go back to the conversation about watching the WNBA more than watching the NBA finals. Cause like the NBA finals will be on the big TV because it is what it is. But I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie to you, my phone be right here. I'd be like, oh, okay, Skylar Diggins Smith, yeah. Okay, Asia Wilson, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the phone, like really like it's like I hear the finals, but
Mm-hmm.
my eyes is on the phone watching these girls play. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Yep.
ain't I don't know, bro. Like basketball for me kind of fell off a little bit, but I want us to end the last like 5 minutes with the typical conversation that we always have that get the internet on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the GOAT? Jordan and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have that going because if we don't clip that, then the episode's pretty much a waste. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't really have too much new information. I mean, because LeBron is still playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you would have more new information for this conversation than I would. But your argument has always not argument has always been, but the longevity is something that you give LeBron credit for, which I don't discredit him, but I don't use the stats that he accumulate for the conversation, which I know plenty of times you be like, well, that's not Jordan's fault neither.
No,
So
I got you. I got you. Let me do one better for you.
okay.
You know when Jordan scored his 30,000th point?
It's his 30,000 point. 30,000. How many Jordan scored like 33,000, right? Something like something.
Somewhere around there, 32, somewhere around there.
All right, so the
Let's see.
Wizards. I really don't think it was with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? I really don't because I would.
100% was with the Wizards, bro.
Oh, okay. So it was his first season with the Wizards then.
Probably. I don't know. It was with the Wizards. So what I'm saying is that if you're not gonna count LeBron's stats now when he's averaging 25, 7 and 7, you can't count Jordan's stats when he averaged 17, 5 and 4.
Nobody even talk about those times. We like for real, which a lot of people hate. We only talk about Jordan in between 91 and 98. You know what I'm saying? Because
And that's always my point, man. His peak. So here's the thing. They say his peak, he was averaging 27, 30, yada, 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 before he won a chip. So we can't say that only the chip was his peak. But then we say, well, he better than LeBron because he won chips. So which one is it? Which one is it? We can't say that he didn't make the playoffs or he went 1-9 in the playoffs. That don't count. Only those 6 years count. But we're going to count LeBron's whole entire career from day one. Well, let's count it from day one. LeBron came out of high school, Jordan went to college. Check LeBron.
okay. I would say that I count. See, the
You have
only
to count it
problem
all. You can't choose what you want to count.
no. I think with most people unless you're a historian of the game, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't have the remote in my hand when, you know what I'm saying, in 88 or all that shit. You know what I'm saying? When Jordan was like outside. So I can only go with my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much all my argument is to be like, what did I see and what did I feel in this moment? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say with LeBron with the numbers and all of that, I don't really care about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because I can make the argument that a lot of those numbers is just empty calories.
How though?
Because
make that argument for me then. What's empty about it?
I just feel like it didn't result into anything. Even when you talk about Jordan's numbers prior to 1991 and all of that, well, not prior to 1991, from 91 to 98, take out 94, 95, because, you know, David Stern did that bullshit or whatever you want to think that they talked about in The Last Dance. Your eyes saw the greatness, you know what I'm saying, of what he did, taking out the numbers, looking at the awards that Jordan has accumulated, you know what I'm saying, the defensive players of the years and all of that stuff. Bron doesn't even. Who?
Jordan got one defensive player of the year.
Okay, I could have sworn he had more, but okay, all right.
They pretend like he's the best defensive player ever, but no.
Okay, well, all right. That's still a check for Jordan. Then, know what I'm saying? Because that's an accolade that LeBron doesn't have. Know what I'm saying? Even though LeBron did deserve that shit in 2012 when
He
Mark
deserved it
Gasol
twice.
won that shit.
He deserved it twice. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's politics, man. Nigga, people be screwing shit up. Damn, bro, man, we only got like 2 minutes left, man. Fuck, we should have did this conversation earlier, but no, we had to do some other shit. Well, nah, man. All right, we're gonna have to put a pin in it because I know Coach got some family shit to do, and I got another interview that I got to do coming up real quick. So look, we got Coach Mo, as always. Know what I'm saying? Good to know what I'm saying. Have you on the show. Make sure that you go ahead and cop his book, Do It for the Culture, Achieving Maximum Mental Performance, and hit him up on his social medias to go ahead and get the I Am Greater Than apparel. That joint is fly, and I hope y'all play in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all. I don't think y'all will ever
We
play
do.
Clark.
We come down to Atlanta, man. I think we got Clark. I gotta look at the schedule again. I think we got Clark in Augusta or something like that. So we'll be down to Georgia once or twice.
Okay. Norfolk State. I mean, obviously I'm a Virginia State alum, but Norfolk State is the 7-5. They home too. They coming down here to play football in like the MEAC SWAC.
Oh yeah.
That type of joint, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna play at Old Turner Field where Georgia State play at. So that ain't gonna be dope.
Yeah.
We'll be outside for that joint, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
want to go to that this year. I may sneak down there for that or something, man. Come holler at Tone and Ock down there.
hey, bro, I'm gonna be outside, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out there in my 757 shit, man. So look, Coach, man, it was always good to have you on, man. And we're gonna do this again, man. I'm gonna try to get you on after saying maybe after like game 5 or game 6 if it don't be a sweep.
That'll work. Let me know, bro.
Right. Hey, bro, man, I appreciate you, man.
Always.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.